Hello. Oh, it is Friday. I've had I think I'm pretty awesome week. I've just chugged along and doing what I wanted to do this week, how I wanted to do it. Uh, I've accomplished some little mini deals I was working on, with some other people. I was glad that I took the initiative to do my own thing. I'm also working on some new ideas. You know, of course, that's what you always do in business, work on some new things. I know a lot of stuff is going on in the world today. Um, I don't know how serious things are unless I go outside. To me, things are always serious because people are so desperate and thirsty on the daily. It's not like it takes a virus in my world for people to be desperate and thirsty. So that's an everyday thing to me. So I don't know. People tend to think I belong to them or something. I don't know what that is called, but I think you need to call somebody else. So yeah. Other than that, I think I've had like a pretty eventful week. Eventful. That's a good word too. Eventful. I was gonna do makeup, but I'm all dolled up already, so um, I'm kind of made me a tent of sorts here, just to kind of block out some of those germs. Um, I don't need to be like breathing in everybody else's harmful bacterias. But yeah, I'm almost done with this purse I was knitting. I'm trying to working on the strap, and then I think I want to kind of put a belt on it or something like. I don't know. I'm just working on that. So I know it's just been crazy. I need to go get toilet paper. Well, I got half a roll left, so I don't know. But I'm feeling accomplished this week. I'm trying. I'm constantly learning on things I want to do and get done. Um, just trying to stay out of harm's way, I guess, is what is the best way you put it, is the way everybody's putting it, I guess. Um, just trying to stay in my own lane, do my own thing, understand which direction I'm going, and I think all will be okay. So um, I don't have much to say, but I just thought I'd say something. Haven't It's like, do you guys forget what I look like, or is that hard to do? I mean, I've been looking so crazy all my life, it seems. So it is the weekend. The weekend, huh? All ears are open. So yeah, I'm really trying to get into some. Well, like I said, I'm just working on something. I won't really talk too much about it. I mean, it's nothing like big. I mean, I think all the things I've been working on all my life have been big, so you wouldn't be surprised, is what I would say. Um, but I'm always proud of myself when I step out of my comfort zone and do something else and do add something else to my repertoire, or whatever you call them. Um, I know, so this is a crazy time, isn't it? It is. Everybody's shut in, so to speak. I just don't understand half of this stuff, but I never did. But what can you do? But keep going on about your business, doing you, trying to make your ends meet in whatever way possible. So I wanted to do makeup, but I don't feel like it. I rigged up some lights up in this tent and just tried to do something. It's probably better than what I normally do, right? when I got the light outside, right? So, anyway, yeah, I had so much to say. I probably could. I don't have the patience. I guess I could try to knit and talk. I can't. I really can't. But I don't understand people today. But you just have to let them be them. We kind of ignore a lot of stuff. The more I deeper I get into this stuff, the more I've learned how to ignore people and just tune them out and basically not give them what they want. It's not my YouTube problem, as they say. As I say, it's not. It really isn't. I can't. The song was like, you can't make somebody love you if they don't. I just don't. In no sense of pretending. I mean, we say things all the time. I mean, it's a loose word. It is a word that's used loosely. It's not something that, because you say it, means I want to go get married or anything like that. But it's been taken out of context so many times. So to be surprised would be a joke, right? Context, whatever it is, but it has been. So, dang, that's so nappy, right? I caught myself trying to straighten this stuff, but I couldn't find my straightening comb, so I was using that little heated brush thing that was a big thing a couple of years ago. So yeah, that's what I was doing. Yeah, I'm just so proud that I made it through the week and kind of just tuned a lot of stuff out. I'm telling you, it's been a week of just tuning things out. Just you shrug your shoulders. Okay, all right. Okay. Anything you say. Well, not anything you say, but if you say so, is how it's been. But anyway, I won't spend too much time talking about a lot of that stuff because, it's really what people want you to do is just spend your day, your night talking about what they doing. And the more you learn how not to, the better your life will be. And hey, if they want to carry that stuff around thinking about it, that's on them. I just keep on going on. But like I said, I'm so glad that I have, talked to a couple of people, and it's really cool. Things you can do outside of your normal, Plus, not only that, just like connections you make for yourself. Nobody can say that's the main point I'm making here and why I'm proud of it. Because it's a connection you made on your own, that I made on my own. It's not something I heard somebody else say. You do your research, you do whatever. Some things work out for you, some things don't. But the whole point is long as you doing things because you want to do it and not because you heard it through the grapevine or you're trying to be like somebody else, whether you, what word am I saying? Whether you prosper in it or fail in it, as long as it's something you did on your own, it don't matter really. So at the end of the day, that's all you got to keep doing is just working on you. You can't change other people. People are going to be who they are. You just have to realize that and keep going. I know it gets a lot of people start off new. I mean, we all start off new doing something, right? And you get a lot of people asking questions on how do I get to where you are, or I wouldn't want to be where you are. Maybe be, what some people might say. And that's cool. You shouldn't want to be where nobody else is unless you and that person is like together or something. I mean, I don't, it's not something I ever did. Okay. When I was younger, you kind of go through those phases where you're trying to figure out who you are, and you might look at somebody and it's like, man, I don't know if I did a lot of that, just looking at people, wishing I was like they were. I mean, so many people always try to make me feel like that's what I should be doing, as far as like when they come with what they was driving or what these things. I remember those things when I was younger. Dang, this stuff. But I can't, I mean, honestly, I'm just talking honestly. I can't sit and say that I really spent a lot of my time, a lot of my youth feeling that way. I might have felt like I don't know my purpose, because sometimes when you don't know your purpose, you feel down. You feel like you're less than, because you just feel like you taking up space and nobody really cares. That's just that just goes with that kind of territory. When you don't know who you are or what you born for, because I believe everybody questions what are they put on this earth for. I mean, it's just a given. Uh, but I don't think I ever sat around wishing I was like other people, feeling depressed that way. Yeah, sometimes you look at other people. I mean, we all do it, I guess. We look at them on social media, their lives, or I sometimes look at other people's videos. Like, I don't talk too much on video, or, I mean, I don't talk too much, period. Not that you see me talking. I talk a lot, but you hardly ever see me talking. But you just know I'm talking. Um, but sometimes I look at other people get on YouTube, and they just talk like effortlessly. And then as soon as I turn on the camera, I'm like, huh, what? But as soon as I turn off the camera, you will be like, dang, she just talked nonstop. So, in terms of, I guess I could do that. It's just, I don't know. I It's just hard to explain, because I never really sit around talking to people, period. Um, but I do sit around talking to people. It's just so contradictory, I guess, this whole thing is. But and then most of the times when I've gotten on here, it's because somebody has just pushed me to the limit, and I just have to get it off my chest. And this year I vowed not to be that way, not to just get on here talking when I'm mad, but just talk because I want to talk. Uh, I don't like too much. I personally don't like trying to give people advice, you know, because I had my feel of that, or people will get mad. I don't try to make people think I know everything. But I will explain to you the things I've done and how I've come through a lot of things, or this is my opinion on how to do something. But I'm not. I don't know. I guess that's still what I'm trying to figure out. I'm not like a teacher. I don't think of myself as some kind of teacher, or you should follow me. I feel like you should honestly follow your own mind. I mean, that is my best advice. That's the only thing I could teach anybody, is to follow your own mind. I mean, if somebody does something you like and you want to follow them, that's what you should do. I mean, if they don't do something you like and you don't want to follow them, that's what you shouldn't do. Um, that is all I know about that. you know, um, I try to put on makeup, but most times with me, I do a lot of things that I don't ever practice doing. I just do it, and somehow, to me, it looks just fine. You would think, to me, I feel like I've been doing it for a long time, even though I hardly ever do it. So that's how I look at things, and that's normally how I do things. I don't like to study things. Um, for reasons I never really had to, so maybe that might be the problem. Um, if I gotta study it too long, I'm gonna lose interest and I'm gonna get bored with it. I mean, a lot of things for me, the newness wears off quick. Um, If you know me, I really don't get excited about too much. I try not to get too caught up in the moment of things. A lot of things are just moments, nothing to think about later kind of moments. Right now, this is just what it is. Now, do I need to think about it all day and night? No, it's just a moment. Is how I look at it. Maybe somebody else might be thinking about it all day and night. That's between them and whoever they thinking about. Well, no, it's not. Because if they thinking about me, it's not between me and them. It's just whatever. So yeah, it's just moments. Sometimes and then you just have to decipher what is what. Not decipher, because that would be too much thinking about what somebody else might be thinking. You just got to know what's for you and what's not for you. What is for me, I don't got to think about it. Not like that. What's not for me, I don't have to think about it. So it's just not spending a lot of time thinking about worthless things. Not that people are worthless, but just the kind of energy they try to bring into your space or your world is worthless. It's not going to profit me anything. I'm not going to win the lottery with it. You're not going to like endow me with something more than I'm already endowed with. I'm filled out already. So unless you Jesus himself, you can go get lost. Is how I'm looking at this. I don't know. Sometimes in this day and age, because we deal with a lot of social media, a lot of relationships nowadays are not like, they're real to a certain degree, but they're not real, So some people try to take on a real relationship in a fake frame of mind. You can't be halfway in a relationship with somebody. You can't have half of a man or half of a girl. You can't, it just won't work that way. No matter how much people want it to be real, it just say it's not gonna, I don't mess with this. Just not gonna work that way, It's just, everybody wants to be in something half-assed. I don't want to know half-assed nothing. So anyway, I got put my clothes on backwards of yesterday. These are just, I don't know. I noticed it, but then I didn't feel like changing them around. So half-assed, backwards. It's how people want to live nowadays. So you just let them. And it's sad. I don't know. Everybody wants to be a part of somebody's life that they cannot be a part of their life. You just cannot be a part of somebody else's life. For one, if they don't want you to be part of their life, you just can't be a part of their life. It's the end of the story. It's a trillion million peoples out here, and you can be a part of their lives. Or you can adopt a dog, you can adopt a cat, you can adopt a person, you can adopt anything you want to adopt. You just ain't gonna be adopting me, all right? So that's how I'm gonna leave that. Anyway, and I feel like people could just get up every morning and find something else to focus on. Focus on where you came from. Blink yourself back there. I wish I was a genie and not in the bottle, but out of the bottle and just blink people in somewhere else, So, but anyway, I hope everybody's having, trying to make the best out of their situations and do what they can for humanity. I don't know what the deal is, like I said, unless I go outside, but I hope people are not really having any life-threatening illnesses. I hope they're not life-threatening. I try not to read it. You guys know I'm not really like a news-watching person or a listening person. I kind of just go with whatever my body is telling me and leave it at that. But I do hope everybody's well. I know life, people get sick for real, so I don't take that as a joke or take it lightly. I really do hope people are overcoming their obstacles, and that all this will be cleared up soon, and we won't go into the summer or fully into spring, like with all this madness. It's March. It is March Madness, and it seems like we've been waiting for March a long time, and then now it's here, and it's just like, who birthday is it? No, I'm just joking. It's just been crazy. I feel like a turtle in a shell, right? So yeah. But that's all I wanted to say. I want to thank you guys for thank you just for whatever you're doing. Just keeping my little behind in existence is really greatly appreciated. More than you know. Seriously. I will encourage you to take a deep breath. What I've been doing lately is just getting up in a peaceful state of mind, just meditating, just letting my thoughts flow freely, positively. I mean, it has helped a lot, because sometimes you get up and it's just a lot of noise. And I'm not saying anything specific. I'm just saying sometimes when we as individuals get up, we turn on the TV or we look at something on our phones, or things are going in the house because like the alarms, coffee makers, microwaves, it's just noise. Whatever you do, sometimes you just get up and it's just your thoughts are noisy, is what I'm saying. Sometimes your thoughts are really noisy, and you're trying to recap everything that you did the day before or the night before, or trying to make sure you meet certain deadlines. Sometimes it's just noisy, and so I've been enjoying getting up, just being peaceful, before I start looking at stuff. I try not to pick up my phone to look at what, when you have a certain phone, it'll show you what's going on. But I try not to focus on that until a certain time of day, and then, which is somewhere along like now or a little hour or two before. And that's when I allow my thoughts to get noisy, and then just listen to what other people are doing and saying and talking about. Everybody know how I get down with what I do, so that's just normally how I go, and I encourage you to do those things too. I mean, I know sometimes you have certain jobs and you can't help but get on your devices and all that stuff, or maybe that's your job, is reviewing devices, so you have to always be on them. But if you have a little downtime, I would suggest and encourage you to just let your thoughts be quiet, and you'll realize that, man, it really is a problem solving tool to just be able to think about things quietly without the extra noise. So anyway, yeah, I just stepped on here to say that, and I want to thank you guys so much. And this bad hairdo I got, hopefully I'll get something done to it. And maybe next time I'll do makeup here. So, but I hope you guys have a good night, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for listening.